last night in an old Toys R Us that has since rebranded as a Spirit Halloween. A committee of Parker Brothers, Milton Bradley, and people dressed as board games fought and toiled and burned the midnight oil to deliver the best segment in all of sports. It's an honor and it's a privilege. It's time for Nick's Tears. Backstory. Nick came in dressed as a Monopoly board today.
That is true but misleading. I was wearing a matching sweatsuit that is like Bruce Summers wears a Nike sweatsuit. I wore a Monopoly brand sweatsuit. It had like a little guy on it, like go to jail.
You said like dressed like a Monopoly. So the whole thing is like a Monopoly board?
No, you've seen me wear it before. It's pretty sick. It's not a Monopoly board, but it's like the icons and logos from Monopoly are scattered all over it. Yeah. But it doesn't look like a board. You're wrong. That part's incorrect. It's whatever.
Right on his fanny, he had a thing that said free parking.
Did you say what the heck? What did you just say?
St. James Place.
That would have been a better one to go with.
I only know the
To the tears.
Free parking.
That's out of his mind.
Yes, you are.
No, just replay what you said in your head, and then you'll get it. All right. Who's eliminated?
Pacific.
Drew, you're laughing too hard. No new eliminations, which means the Browns, for the second time this year, were facing elimination and won. Maybe that's their path to victory. So we still only have 4 eliminations. It's getting late early. We need to eliminate some teams, which is why 2 teams this week are facing elimination that aren't even playing. The Raiders and the Cardinals are on a bye. They could get eliminated on a bye. It's possible. Well, we'll see. We got to see what the committee decides on. But those are the teams facing elimination. Hey, they're trying. Browns, Giants, Texans.
Yeah.
Browns and Texans are trying defensively. And they're actually pretty damn good. In Texans' case, great. In Browns' case, really good defensively. Giants, they're trying on both sides of the ball and then invented a way to lose. But those teams have not rolled over. Those teams, and I don't think you oddly want to see either of those teams on your schedule or any of those teams on your schedule. Look at what you've done to Brew. It's just by themselves. It's just their own tier, and it's because they put our guy Brew in shambles. He's out here talking about video games and Parcheesi and foosball, and whether or not only allowing the Rams to score 5 times as many points as you did in a game was actually a sign that you've turned the page and things are coming up your way. That's what you've done to our guy Brew. This is for Hubs and the other young folks out there. Decidedly mid. These teams are combined 17 and 16. 1 game above 500. All 5 of them do a few things kind of well, do a few things kind of poorly. And if your team loses to any of these 5 teams, you're like, man, that's one that got away.
Yep.
We should. You look at your schedule, like, man, how did we lose? Trust me. You're like, how did we lose to the Jags? What happened there? Especially post-tackle turn the tide. Potentially intriguing. Bears, Chargers, Bengals, Cowboys. I'm not closing the door on any of these 4 teams because for the Bears, it feels like they've gone on this winning streak without their quarterback playing great. For the Chargers, they have gotten Joe Alt back now, and you wonder if Herbert can get back to how he was playing beginning of the year. The Bengals, Joe Flacco just loves football, loves his family, loves chucking that sucker deep, and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins want to catch it. And the Cowboys are the most prolific offense in football. So they're all intriguing for different reasons. KW, what is this? What is it?
Well, it's not the standings. What is it not?
No, it's the tier. It's the tiers. Let's try it again. What is this, KW?
Oh my gosh.
What is this? Just say the tiers.
The tiers.
What is this not?
Okay. Oh, it's not the standings.
Thank you.
Okay,
Not the standings.
The world.
My gosh.
Well, you got to team me up.
I don't care that these 3 teams. I don't care that these 3 teams are combined 16 and 5. The Niners are they are not higher despite their record purely because of the injuries. Their 2 best future Hall of Fame defenders are both, and I don't know if Nick Bosa is officially future Hall of Fame yet, but the Hall of Fame trajectory, and Fred Warner is future Hall of Famer, they're out. And so they are, to me, as impressive as it is, they're 5-2, they're not as good as their 5-2 record. The Colts and the Broncos, I flatly don't think you can quite keep this up. And it's different. This is. For the Colts, Greg can roll his eyes all he wants off camera. Greg agrees with me on this. I don't think the Colts are going to keep up being the most prolific offense in the history of the NFL.
Fair.
I just don't think that Daniel Jones to Alec Pierce is the modern day Brady to Moss, but right now they're all outstripping it. I don't think that's going to sustain, and I don't think the Broncos being 2 touchdowns down entering fourth quarters is going to be a sustainable model. Good records. Luckily, this is not the standings. Earned their respect. Patriots, Seahawks, Steelers.
Take it.
What do you,
Like the Patriots?
Greg, what's the problem?
Just continue, please.
My good. Okay, I don't even know what Greg's mad at. For real, I don't. Patriots, have they played a soft schedule? Yes. Have they looked, though, like a well-rounded, prolific offense post-week 1? Yes. The one loss they have in that stretch, they turn the ball over 5 times. I think, while I do think they're going to be a team that turns the ball over because a young quarterback, it's not going to be 5 times in a game, and Vrabel hasn't buttoned up. I think the Seahawks are they're flying under the radar, interesting team. Jackson Smith and Jigba's been awesome. That defensive line is excellent. I think Mike McDonald's legit. And Sam Darnold trying to stave off pumpkin mode, which he wasn't able to at the end of last season. We'll see if he can. And the Steelers, I do think the defense should be better than it is, and Rodgers has not folded. Like Rodgers, Greg's all mad. Greg,
I am.
okay,
Continue.
oh my goodness. Champions with concerns. Both teams started 4-0. Both teams then lost 2 straight. The Eagles then bounced back. We'll see if the Bills do this weekend. But because they are champions, the Eagles winning last year's Super Bowl, the Bills winning 5 of the last 6 Septembers. We do expect and respect the fact that they can steady themselves, particularly because they have MVP candidate, or the defending Super Bowl MVP at quarterback and the defending league MVP at quarterback. But there are concerns, be it Philly's running game or the Bills' defense, there are concerns. Need to make a run. And by a run, I mean at least to the conference championship game, if not to the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay has won the division 4 years in a row, post winning the Super Bowl, have not made a conference championship game. Green Bay has been to 3 of the last 4 postseasons without making a conference championship game. And Green Bay has gone 15 years, 11 of which they were a playoff team, without making another Super Bowl. These are 2 of the most consistent franchises in the NFL right now, but they haven't gone on the deep playoff runs in the 2020s the way you would hope. Can win anyway. The Lions and the Rams, where the Lions showed it to you this past week, they can win with defense. The Rams have been winning with defense in some part throughout the entire season, but obviously they both have number 1 overall pick, Pro Bowl level quarterbacks with legitimate weapons and excellent, albeit very different, head coaches. And then atop the tiers, the rightful place, the team that is chasing history again, trying to extend this prematurely extinguished dynasty by becoming just the 2nd team ever to make 4 consecutive Super Bowls and to turn the most successful 3-year stretch in the history of the league into the most successful 4-year stretch in the history of the league. It is the Chiefs atop the tiers. Greg, what were you so mad
I'm going
about?
back down to not the standings. I'm going to the coach. You know I'm going there. And if you look at the line of teams that you have above them, you said earned their respect. You got the Patriots, who have played, I believe, 2 playoff teams. The Bills, which they won, and
The
who
Steelers,
else?
who
The
they
Steelers, who they lost to. Seattle has played 3 playoff teams, and they've won 2 of those. The Steelers, how many playoff teams have they played? 0.
Well, the Patriots.
Well, Patriots.
The Patriots are the one. The Patriots are the one.
We're in first place, but they beat
No.
from last year.
How many playoff teams have they played last year?
You're talking about teams that
0.
made the playoffs last year. Sorry, my bad. I
None.
understood. Sorry.
They played nobody.
Okay.
And we want to give them all this credit. And the coach, you talk about some, you didn't knock them. You just said they're not the standings. But for for the Patriots, you said look like a prolific offense. Well, you have one offense in the Colts that is actually a prolific and the most efficient in NFL history, basically, right now. And you don't want to give them credit. You want to knock them and say, oh, it's not sustainable. But when you look at the Steelers, you say, I think their defense is, I don't think they're that bad.
Yeah.
I think they will be better. But the Colts, their offense, you can't keep playing this good, guys.
Correct.
Or guess what? He and the committee will be wrong. You can keep playing this good. They have done it through 7 weeks. We will see how they continue. They have the Titans coming up. Guess who the Colts have played 3 playoff teams as well. They lost to the Rams, and we all know how that game could have gone. Yeah. They lost, albeit, get it. The Colts are a good football team. Show them some respect. To have them this low is absolutely disrespectful.
I have them on the same exact tier.
You have them outside the top 10.
I have them. Hold on. Is that accurate? That is accurate. That is accurate.
Yeah.
Just barely. Just barely outside the top 10.
I don't care. You have them outside. The worst I will allow is 8th. And that will still be disrespectful.
I have them on the same tier as the Broncos. They play the Broncos.
And they beat them.
It came down to field goal.
They beat them.
They lost.
They beat them.
They lost and they beat them.
They beat them. And the Broncos were one of those playoff teams from last year, by the way.
Daniel Jones might have hit his committee ceiling.
No.
Okay, he can go higher? Because he's playing out of his mind.
Hold on. No, well, okay, again.
We don't even need to make it about Daniel Jones.
You get very confused. This is not the mountain. Daniel Jones is in the committee.
No,
that's why I didn't even mention him.
You believe in Jonathan Taylor is what I'm saying.
I believe in Jonathan Taylor. I have questions about the defense.
They have injuries in the secondary. Guess what they're still doing?
I have questions about the defense, and I worry that when they regress from better than the 07 Patriots all the way down to where they're just the 2020 Chiefs level of offense, that if they can sustain it. And then when they regress further to where they're going to end up, which is fine offensively, how good they'll be. I'm just telling you. Last point I'll make on it. If they were 5-2 instead of 6-1, no one would care that where they're ranked. It's only because they are right now have the best record in football that people are on TV kind of pretending.
And they have looked amazing.
The offenses looked great.
Well, isn't that what we talk about? You wanted your Chiefs offense to get rolling. Oh, we're coming back. Oh, we're trying to catch the Colts.
Yeah, listen, man. I think they're. I mean,
14.5 point. That's a big line too. I mean, Vegas is respecting the Colts.
Well, they're playing the Titans.
Well, you picked the Titans
last week. That game was in Tennessee,
well,
correct?
That's why
and I was getting in Tennessee, getting 7. I didn't pick them to win. Go ahead.
All right. Well done, Greg. The Buccaneers, too high.
Why do you hate the Bucs?
I don't. I actually like Baker Mayfield. But the Bucs stops here, tier 5. They should be down 2 tiers. How in the world are they ahead of Philadelphia? To take a page from Wildes' books, they do this thing, where they play each other.
Brilliant.
And when they played each other, Philadelphia led from wire to wire and went up, 21 points in the first half. Let them have a little life in the second half, but still, it never got within a touchdown, all right, or inside of a touchdown, less than a touchdown. So Philly should definitely be ahead of them. I would put the Bills ahead of them, too. They got the better quarterback. They got the better resume recently.
I don't know that this year they have the better quarterback.
I mean, but Josh is a better quarterback than Baker. I mean, I think Baker's not in that top 4, locked in that top 4. They got the better tailback, too. I mean, if you want to go there, running back in James Cook. So I would move Tampa Bay down. Here's the other thing about the Buccaneers. What do they do? Baker's been heroic. A lot of that coming back against mediocre or downright bad teams. Tampa Bay is ranked 16th in total offense and 17th in total defense. Mm-hmm. That is the very definition in a 32-team league of mediocrity. Every other team on your tiers that's in the top 6, because they're in or top 5. So Green Bay, the Rams, the Lions, and the Chiefs. They are all in the top 10 in either offense or defense, and at least in the top 15 on the other side of the ball. Some of these are in the top 5 of both, top 10 in both. So, I mean, they don't belong in that group of the other top 5 teams on your tier. So I drop them down to the earn their respect
What are you laughing
category.
Why? I'm just preparing for. I'm just doing some late research.
Oh, you were laughing at your own thing?
Yeah, that's what I
thought.
usually do.
Oh,
No, yours wasn't funny. Yours was cogent analysis.
Yeah, but inside you were like, oh, this is gonna kill.
No, it's actually cogent analysis.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. W. Unbelievable.
I haven't been doing a great job. Okay.
We know.
You said you haven't?
No, not really. Because when you put the tiers in the shared Google Doc, I don't know the names. You know what I'm saying? So I just see the teams. So I looked at the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And I thought that they were way too low.
Okay.
Because I view the Cowboys as potentially intriguing. now I want them to move up, but the name is
Well, he's always
pretty
on
much
point with
perfect.
the name.
They're,
That's Marshall,
they're potentially
right?
intriguing. So I'm just here to reiterate that the Cowboys are potentially intriguing. I can't move up to not the standings because they're not in first. Earn their respect, not really. They're not the champions. Need to make a run. Let's move them up there, I guess, but that's too high. I'm in a tough spot. In any event, Dak this season has just been amazing. I always looking for, like, do you do anything great? And Dak has been unbelievable in the MVP conversation. A lot of this obviously was without CD. So now they got CD and George, great. And a lot of people are like, well, Wildes, what about SLTTBIW3? A great question.
So hold on, wait, say it again.
what?
Let me see if I can figure it out. Say it again.
SLTTBIW3.
Since, let me read it.
Well, there you can see.
Okay,
SLTTBIW3.
go ahead.
Since losing to the Bears in week 3. They're out here cooking. They've just been excellent. And now, finally, the defense is the big thing. So I tasked Josh, who's our esteemed researcher. I'm like, Josh, you know what I need? I need my version for the Cowboys. I need my tackle that turned the tide.
No, you don't have everything that I do. There doesn't have to be a Wildes version of. I need a version of all your stuff. You don't need one. We can all have our own thing.
I need my version of tackle that turns the tide. I also need I told him that, and I also said I need my version of
Cowboy Brew?
No, the Rams. That the Ravens were good against the Rams.
Okay.
Like they're good against the Commanders
You have
a little
one?
bit.
You don't have any?
Josh, I can't find it. Like maybe the wrong plays. Like I don't know, Mariota was in. It's kind of strange.
The defense wasn't bad last week.
I know, but it was like
Mariota.
half Jaden Daniels, you know, so it wasn't great. So we landed on this. This is why they should be in. They need to make a run. They're about to play not prolific offenses. So if the defense is going to get right, oddly the Eagles are there, which I didn't love. But Broncos, Cardinals, Raiders, I do expect the Eagles to be good by then. Maybe this is a chance for the Cowboys defense to round into form.
Okay.
The end.
But you agree with where they're ranked?
Well, I wouldn't mind if they moved up, but I really like the potentially intriguing nameplate.
That's the quandary of the tiers.
Exactly.
The names are always
And you can't move them up.
But well, I just go by the tiers. You just got to say, look,
Absolutely.
they should be up higher. The name you got lucky on,
Which is why
it's good,
the
but
name, listen,
Tricky.
the
I thought it was
combination,
pretty good.
this is why it's America's most trusted and favorite football team rankings service, if you will.
Yeah.
A free service we provide to America.
Yeah. There is a subscription tier. You don't get my takes.
This guy's out of his mind.
You can opt out of it for $4.99 a month. You just get the tiers and I don't go.
you did kill that segment. I see why you were
know.
laughing
Hey.
inside.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.